Hey everybody, I have a few updates for you. So I've got everything wired. I've got all these wires standing up in the air here because they need to be properly lead dressed, and I haven't completed that part yet. Same thing is true for this yellow wire which goes to the input. And by showing you the diagram, you'll see I'm referring to this one right here. This is the yellow wire that I'm talking about. That's right here. This has to be away from any of the outputs, obviously, or you're going to get hum, which I had a lot of hum in this thing, and I'll explain a few reasons how I got rid of it. First thing I did is I had this output jack mounted on the chassis, right? It was here. And the wires that go to the output jack are actually crossing input wires, and that was creating a lot of hum. So I couldn't get rid of it. Obviously, it was a squeal, actually. It was more than a squeal than a hum. So I took the output jack, routed it outside the chassis, and that seemed to help. I also put a ground clip on this tube shield, and that's the 12AX7 tube shield. And let me take the camera off and show you that. Alright, so here's the tube shield, and you'll notice I have a ground wire going from here to ground. And the only reason why you're doing that is you want to make sure that this tube shield is properly grounded to the chassis. That's what will prevent the output tube from being harmonic. I haven't ohmed it out with my meter yet, so I may not even need this. But if you've got an amp and you're trying to build it and you're getting a lot of squeal, chances are it's going to be your 12AX7 tube that's causing the issue. And it's either going to be the wires that are underneath are a little close together, or touching, or crossing over, or it's going to be that you've got some interference between your output tube and your power tubes. So one way to do that is to make sure you've got a tube shield on these things and ground it. But let me go back on the tripod and I'll show you a few more things and then we'll turn it on. Okay, a few other things of note. This potentiometer that I have here, I think I'm going to need to put a longer one in. I don't know if the shaft here is going to be long enough to go through the wood case of the radio. And I do have one that's coming, and it's got probably another ½ inch on it, so I'll be able to cut it down to size. And right now I have this ground wire on the pot going to ground. It's just gator tailed up there until I can put a proper wire there, so that's not done yet. And this ground wire is actually not needed. So really what I have left to do here is to lead dress. I think what I'm going to do with this output jack is I'm going to drill a hole right here in the cabinet, somewhere here. And the reason why is if you see here this green wire here that goes to the output jack, this blue one, okay, is part of the output transformer. And then I've got this green and this black one. You may not be able to see them. But if I put it right here, they're going to be short home run wires. And I'll be nowhere near any of this mess. Okay? So let's power this thing up, and we'll turn down the Pink Floyd playing in the background, and we'll see what it sounds like. All right, let's see. Here it has some nice growl to it, but I am playing it through a bass cabinet. It's an orange SP212, so obviously not suited for a guitar per se, but obviously it'll still work. It's an 8-ohm cabinet. Get that classic Fender sound though. it's working. Now it's just a question of getting these wires cleaned up. Let me throw the bass on here and see what that sounds like while I'm at it. Okay, we got out the old Fender Squire. Let's see what that does. We don't need a pick for that one. Sounds pretty good. It's a little growly. That was only on 4. Let me put it all the way up to the top and see what happens. Yeah, it's a little muddy, but that's Fender. Fender does that. Anyway, that's where we are. So this is working, and now it's time to clean it up and start figuring out how I'm going to incorporate this VU meter right here. That's my next project. Don suggested I put it on the input, which does make a lot of sense. So I'll need to do some research on this thing and figure out how to connect it and wire it and all that stuff. So that's going to be the next part of this project, is figuring out how to connect this meter. And we'll take it from there. It's probably going to take me a little time, so you probably won't see any more videos today. And I am going to be traveling a little bit for work, so you probably won't see anything for the rest of the week, at least till the end of the week anyway. So that's where we are. So we built this thing in just a matter of a couple of days, and we're in good shape. So anyway, thanks for watching. This is Ron. I'll see you.